So students, here B was not possible because you cannot have two velocities at a point, and here instantaneous velocity will be negative where the slope of the tangent will be negative. So let's see. So the next question now. So that's the displacement time graph in front of you. And two particles, you can assume that as A and B. Then these are the angles. Tell the ratio of their velocity, students.
1 into under root 3.
Yes. Yes.
Option D.
Option D. Okay. Others also. Write your options in the message box. Naman, Rishu. Rishu, are you there, beta, or not? Okay. So are you understanding?
Right.
Huh? Which option?
Option
B. D. C. Ratio of their velocities. See, whether you say here average velocity or even instantaneous velocity at any point, so slope is same. So the slope is it's a straight line. So for both the motions, so straight line means slope is constant, so it's a uniform motion, uniform velocity. Now whose velocity is greater? Both velocities are constant, so it depends on the slope. So where you have greater slope, so 1045 is the slope here for this, right? And here the slope for A is 1030 degrees. So you have two moving particles, 30 and then 45. So 30 degree upon 45 degree. So what is 1030? 1 by root 3, and that's 1. So that's 1 is 2. This option D is correct. So students, this question was in All India Institute of Medical Sciences exam in 2018. Okay.
Yes.
So you people are getting confidence. So let us take the next question now. So you have two questions here. First question. These questions are also from the All India Institute of Medical Science exam. You have a body starting from rest, and so u is equals to 0 and moves along a straight line with constant acceleration. The variation of the speed with distance. So students, the graph that you have here is distance versus speed, and it is moving along a straight line with constant acceleration. Constant acceleration means what? See, constant acceleration, it means magnitude as well as direction, because it's a vector quantity. So both are constant, then only you will get constant acceleration. So magnitude is constant and direction is also constant. So it means same direction. So same direction, distance, displacement is the same thing. Even speed and velocity will also be the same thing. Okay, means magnitude of velocity will be speed. This is what I want to say. Okay, their magnitudes are same. Tell me which one of the option is correct. Okay, take all of you, just write your option. What option do you think is the correct one? In the message box you can write your options. Yes. So you think option A is correct. See, all of you move in the same direction. Okay. So why do you think the option A is correct? What is the relation between V and S? What's the relation between them? When A is constant, so you have three equations of motion, and two equations are related with
So V square is equal to
which are connecting S and A. So means, see, we have a wrong habit कि whatever one person will write, others will also follow the same thing. See the relation between V and S, V and S and A. So here you have time. So here you have, this is in terms of U and A. So option, we have only option is this. So U is equals to 0 and A is constant. So 2A is constant. So V square equals to some constant number into S. So it means V square is directly proportional to S. Yes.
yes, sir.
So the relation between V and S is this. This is half 86. So the relation between, if the graph was between S and T, S versus T, so see the relation. Here also the relation is quadratic. Here also the relation is quadratic. Yes.
Yes.
So V square is directly, V square is equals to, so what graph do we get? So what happens as the distance is increasing? Here, as the distance is increasing, velocity is getting lesser. See, means it is increasing at lesser speed, right? Velocity is increasing, okay, but it is increasing at a lesser speed. Slope is decreasing, right? But here, in this situation, we have a constant acceleration. So it means the velocity is going to increase, right? So assuming this as y, this as x, so always write in terms of y and x. Okay. So you can understand it like this, or just very practically, as the distance is increased, velocity will be increasing. So obviously this option is correct. So parabolic. So it will be symmetric about V. This graph will be symmetric about V. Okay. Now next question, students. A ball is thrown vertically upwards. Which of the following plots represent the speed time graph of the ball during its flight? So this velocity time graph, ball is thrown upward. Yes.
Sir, D.
First of all, speed decrease. So in all of them, the speed is decreasing. Yes. But will it decrease linearly? Or how will it decrease as you go up?
The rate of decrement will increase.
What is the correct option? V versus T. So V is equals to U. If we are taking upward direction as positive, but still it doesn't matter because here it's not velocity, it's the speed. So v is equals to, still if you are taking positive, v is equal to u minus dt, u is 0, so v is directly proportional to minus t. So what kind of equation is it? Is this linear or parabolic? What's the degree? Then will it be linear or parabolic?
Linear, sir.
Then so, and then after that it is going up, its velocity is 0, and then it is coming down. So again, now what's the relation? See, relation between displacement and time is parabolic. Try to understand. You have to see the relation here between velocity and time. So will it be linear or will it be parabolic? So here the relation is between v and t, not s and t, okay? Again it will be linear. Because now here, see, it's not velocity we are studying speed. So only the magnitude we are studying. So again the magnitude of the speed will be increasing at v is equals to u plus gt, okay? So again from here u is equals to 0 in this part of the motion. So again v is equals to gt, so v is directly proportional to t again. So which graph you will get, students?
C.
C is the correct answer, okay? So you have linear relation. Next. Yes, beta. Okay. Okay. Air resistance is okay. Okay. So this part we have not studied, that air resistance is not ignored. So you are considering air resistance also. Okay, then okay. So if air resistance will be there, then what will happen?
With air resistance.
Hmm.
Because sir, with more speed, more resistance will be given.
तो बेटा आप एक बात बताओ, will the acceleration be constant or not? That's my question.
Constant.
तो बस जो मर्जी हो.
No, sir. There is air resistance. No, sir.
Beta, my question is, will there be net force or not? There is downward force. There is, when it is going up, okay, there is air resistance. Its speed will go to 0 earlier. That is the only thing that will happen. Now, if you are considering air resistance, if there is no air resistance, it will go that much high. If there is air resistance, it will go that much high only, and then it will come down. तो ग्राफ जो है वो एयर रेजिस्टेंस के अकॉर्डिंग बनेगा या ग्राफ वी और टी के रिलेशन के अकॉर्डिंग बनेगा? तो आप जो है मतलब कुछ भी मन में जो है मतलब अगर सोचने लग जाते हैं तो आप लॉजिक बताओ मेरे को. डी आंसर ठीक है, ये जिस बुक से मैंने क्वेश्चन लिया उसने भी डी बता रखा आंसर. लेकिन ये थोड़ी है कि मतलब आपको बुक से क्वेश्चंस लेने हैं हमेशा. इवन इंटरनेट पे भी क्वेश्चन देखेंगे तो उसमें भी वो कॉपी पेस्ट करते रहते हैं, बुक से कॉपी पेस्ट करते हैं, तो उसमें भी आंसर दुनिया भर के गलत है, लॉजिक गलत है, आंसर्स गलत है, स्पेशली इन फिजिक्स। लॉजिक है ही नहीं उनके पास, कॉपी पेस्ट करते रहते हैं बस। आप बताओ लॉजिक क्या आपके पास, आपका आंसर एयर रेजिस्टेंस होने से क्या इंपैक्ट पड़ेगा, आप मुझे बताओ। एक्सेलरेशन डिक्रीज हो जाएगा ना, 9.8 नहीं रहेगा एक्सेलरेशन, जो है वो बॉडी का कम हो जाएगा। 9.8 से मान लो 9 रह गया या 8 रह गया, यस इतना ही तो इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा।
Yes, sir.
क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, एफ नेट जो है वो कम हो जाएगा। जब एफ नेट कम हो गया, क्योंकि रेजिस्टेंस ऊपर जाएगा, तो अब ऊपर ऊपर जा रहा है, तो resistance opposes the motion, resistance is a friction force and friction opposes the motion. But still uh, I we are not sure if, but one thing is there, if the relation is linear then this will be the answer, if the relation is quadratic then this will be the answer. Okay, so we'll search more about it. Right now we are considering that. So if air resistance, see it depends on the relation like I told you. So what do you think? Those who are telling D answer, do you have any particular logic to tell air resistance, how is it going to impact? Okay, whatever be the answer, the only thing is the logic. If it's linear relation, we get a line. If it's quadratic relation, we get parabola. That's all. Okay, agreed?
Yes, sir.
Which of the following velocity time graphs show a realistic situation of a body in motion?
Sir, B.
So this again, so you can see the questions are even repeated. So because in these graphs you have at a particular time you have more than one velocity, which is not possible, but here, so this vertical line test you can say, so vertical line test is cleared by this graph, so that's the option. Agreed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us do the next question. Okay, so you have a particle which starts from rest at t equals to 0 and it undergoes acceleration of a. Okay, so this is a versus t time graph that is shown to you. So which of the following plots represent v versus time graph? So from this a versus time graph, you have to show which graph you will get as v. So you have these four graphs, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Tell me.
Sir, A pass. Option A, sir. Sir, A.
Okay. Option A. See here the acceleration is constant. So it means here you from this you will get if you integrate it, this is constant, so integrate a constant, what do you get? You get at, that is velocity, right? So that's linear relation,
Yes.
at. So v is directly, so acceleration is constant, so v is directly proportional to t. So that's a linear relation. So means 1 degree increase. So here the degree is 0, right? A. But here this area of the graph, which is a into 2, so that's the velocity 2a in this time. Okay, so 2 into a, 3 to the 6. Yes, a is 3, time is 6. So see here, the velocity is 6 at time 2. This is very good question, students, to understand. So we have done like the graphs. We have done the graphs like, okay, this is position time graph. And if this is parabola, so degree 2, right, y is equals to x square. So then we get the graph of degree 1, is velocity in terms of x. And then if degree 1, then we get acceleration as a constant, degree 0, right? Is this clear? But here, so here we were differentiating, finding the slope. So slope of this graph is this graph. Slope of this graph is this graph. Agreed? Now we are going reverse. So if this is given to you, then the area of this graph will be what? Will be this velocity, this point. So that's the area. So its area is equals to v. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So all of you agree, students?
Yes, sir.
So that's a very good example. You can see clearly. Look, what is the area when time is equals to 1 second? Tell me.
Sir, 3.
See here, velocity is 3 at 1 second. So area of AT graph gives you the velocity at that particular point. Instantaneous velocity it is giving. Which velocity?
Instantaneous velocity.
Yes. Now at this point, what will be the velocity? 3 into 2. Okay, now what is the velocity at 3, students? What is the velocity at 3?
Sir, -3.
See this, no. Now you have this much of area. So this area is plus 6 and this is minus 3. So that's 3. What is the velocity at 4 second? So this is 6 minus 6, that will be 0. So 0, velocity is 0. Is this clear? So this is a very good question to understand the concepts. Okay?
Yes.
So now you have understood differentiating, and here we are integrating, right? So if you are integrating a constant like 2, like here it was 3, so 3 into dt. So A is equals to dv by dt and dv is equals to a into dt. So dt will go that side. So v is equals to, and now integrating both sides, dv is equals to a dt, and a is constant. Okay, so if you further solve it over here, let us solve it integration wise also. Now what are the limits that you are taking? 0 to 2 time, this much time you want to take, maximum velocity you want to find. So the limits you are taking is So 0 to 2. So, and this will be your net velocity. So net velocity will be, this A is your 3 here, students, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you will get 3 is the constant and time t. Velocity, what's the velocity here? It was 0. Yes. That's given to us at t is equals to 0. So at t is equals to 0, your velocity was 0. And your velocity was v when time t is equals to 2 second. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is v and 0 to v. So v minus 0 is equals to 3 into, so it's 0 to 2 times, sorry, 0 to 2. So 2 minus 0. So velocity is equals to 3 into 2. That's equals to 6 meter per second. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And if it's a general case, dv is equals to a dt. So integrating both sides, 0 to t and 0 to v, we get here v is equals to a into t. So that's a general situation. That's we have derived the relation. If it starts from, instead of v, if it starts from u, we get v minus u is equals to 80. That is equals to v is equals to u plus 80. That's your first equation of motion. Is this okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Note it down. Very important concept. Okay, shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Note it down, students. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Next question. Do this question. A ball is thrown vertically upward. This time you are ignoring the air resistance. So which one of them is correct?
Zero and sir, two part. A part.
See, in the last question there was speed. So speed has only magnitude. Okay. So the graph was like this. Okay. Because I had speed and time. So at maximum height, speed was 0. Okay. But here I don't have speed. Here I have velocity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if upward direction you are taking the velocity as positive, then the downward direction will be negative. Then this graph will be same. Velocity is decreasing, right? But velocity is still positive till it reaches up. Now when it will start coming down, so now it's in negative direction, the velocity will be negative.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? And again, means the relation is the same. Even if u is there or not, but u is constant. That's again a into t. So v is directly proportional to t. And the second thing is, so you will get a, from this you will get a linear graph, first thing. Now the second thing is that here the velocity is a vector quantity. So vector quantity is, if velocity is, if it is in positive direction it's positive, it's negative direction it's negative. So that's why this graph is correct. Got it?
Yes, sir.
No, next question. So body is traveling in a straight line with uniformly increasing speed. So it's again about speed. And it's traveling in a straight line. And uniformly increasing speed means a is equals to constant. Speed is constantly increasing means magnitude. So its direction is same. So magnitude of velocity is uniformly increasing. That's what you can say. So which of the following plots represents change in distance with time? So S is equals to ut plus half at square. Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So
1 minute.
yes. Because this is the distance. So why can't we have option D? See, as the time is increasing, see, this is distance. Think logically. Distance cannot be decreased. How can you decrease the distance? Distance is a scalar quantity. आप यहाँ से यहाँ पहुँच गए. Tell me how you can decrease the distance. Tell me. Either you can stop, or if you move in any direction, distance will increase, or move back, still the distance will increase. So this is not a possible graph of any kind of motion, because here the distance at this particular time 2 seconds suppose, and this 3 seconds, so it is at 3 seconds it is decreasing the distance, so that's not possible. And here s is directly proportional to t square, so we will have this parabola. Okay, so A is the correct answer for this question. So students, keep on drawing these graphs. I am repeatedly telling you. Next question. So which of the following options is correct for the object having a straight line motion, and that straight line motion is represented by this graph. So in this graph you can see that t is over here, we can t over here and s over here. Okay,
Yes, sir. Sir, option D, graph is impossible.
okay, all of you think about it. So this is a straight line motion. Straight line motion means what? First of all, what is the meaning of straight line? Straight line is the noun. So it's a motion. And it is representing what? Straight line. So straight line motion, if you are going in this direction, that's straight line motion. If you are going in this direction, so can you come back? Will it be straight line? Motion in a, what's the title of our chapter? Motion in a straight line. Yes, that's the title of the chapter. So is there any difference between straight line motion and motion in a straight line? That's the same thing. So same thing means You can move forward, you can move backward.
Yes, sir.
Try to understand the question. You people just jump to the answer. So physics requires logic. First of all, have a feel of it. Think, start thinking logically. Okay. So what's the logic you have that this graph shown is impossible? What's the logic you have? Tell me.
Sir, because distance cannot decrease.
Who has told you that this is distance?
Sir, as represents distance.
Who told you? I always represent S with displacement. When have I written? We can take it as distance when we are moving only in the same direction. Then this is distance and displacement. It's the same thing. आप अपनी तरफ से कुछ भी बोल देते हैं और फिर नाम लेते हैं टीचर का कि you are told. When have we told this thing? And even if we have told this thing, still we need to, there might be slip of tongue. Then where is the logic? Every time I am telling, it doesn't matter whether I have told you or it is written in the book or anywhere it is, whosoever is telling you in the universe. Where is your logic? Tell me the logic that you have. Okay. So if S, see in all the formulas S is equal to ut plus half at square v square minus u square. So are we taking distance or displacement?
Displacement.
In all these questions, I have told many times that this is displacement. Every time this is displacement. This can only be distance if we are moving in the same direction. So there's difference between motion in a straight line and motion in a direction. So motion in direction means moving in a straight line, and then only distance and displacement will be same. Now, this definitely as if nothing is mentioned, it will be displacement. And still, if let us take it as distance, you are correct. So then what's the problem with this graph? Even if we are taking distance, because it's not mentioned. So motion in a straight line means both the possibilities are there. Motion in a straight line, motion in one direction also. Both the possibilities are there. Even this can be distance or this can be displacement. It can be any one of them. Okay. Now tell me why this graph is impossible. Even if we are considering distance. Yes.
Sir, when we consider it as distance, distance cannot decrease even when the object is at rest.
Yes. See, as time is increasing, so after this particular time, this distance is decreasing, which is not possible. Okay. So, but we cannot take this as distance. Okay.
Yes, sir, understood.
Now tell me which one of these options is correct. The object moves with constantly increasing.
Maybe the option of this velocity is 0, as the total displacement is 0 at time is from at its original position.
Average velocity is 0. Yes, if you are taking this as displacement, so means average velocity definitely means average velocity is 0. Okay. Because the displacement is 0 after time t. So velocity is equals to change in position upon change in time. So change in position, initial and final position are same. So that's 0. Okay. Now that's logical thinking. What about A option? The object moves with constantly increasing velocity from O to A. Is it moving with constantly increasing? Is the velocity constantly increasing? No? If the velocity is constantly increasing, then how can this distance or displacement can decrease? Distance, so anywhere, then this graph is not, the graph shown is impossible. So that can be one of the answer. Graph shown is impossible. So it can have multiple answers also. The graph shown is impossible if you are taking distance. But somebody will be taking like, sir, I am not taking distance, I am taking it as displacement. So then the average velocity is 0. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So which one do you think is the correct one?
Sir, option C.
Option C, yes. So we take as displacement unless and until it is told that it is distance. Okay? Now make this a rule.
Okay, sir.
Yes, good. See, we learn like we learn with these kind of discussions. We have spent so much of time, so you will remember that yes, there was a question like this, and we spent time on this, discussing this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
See, let me tell you one more example. This S is equals to ut plus half at square. Do you remember that I told that this is 0? I can take, suppose this is time 0, this x naught, and this is at time t, the body is at x. So what's the displacement? Delta x, that is x2 minus x1. So that's your x2, that's your x1. So it will be x minus x naught. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So put the values here. X minus x naught is equals to ut plus half at square. So we replace this equation with this. So we replace in all these equation with this. And if you are directly writing here x, so I am assuming that you are starting from origin. Okay. And see, this equation we have directly used, like I am throwing a ball upward from a tower and then it comes down, and I have directly taken the s is equals to minus h in all these equations. Tell me a single instance when we have taken this as a distance in any of the equations. Because distance is always equals to path length. That's the way to calculate distance. Okay. And the second thing is that if you are moving only in one direction, then the displacement and distance is the same thing. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, good. Let's do the next question then. So that's our next question. That's the graph of displacement versus time. So that's the graph. Now tell me the corresponding velocity time graph. So this is S versus T, and you have to find here V versus T. So students, from S versus, what is the relation? V is equals to ds by dt. So 1 degree will be lesser. Yes. If it is x square, we can clearly see it's parabola. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So here the degree will be 1 lesser. So you will get a linear line over here.
Yes, sir.
So that's the velocity. Yes.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Option A, sir.
Which one is the correct? See, don't jump to the answers in instantly. Yes.
Sir, initially the displacement and then it is decreasing. So, sir, initially velocity will be positive and then it will be negative.
See, tell me about the slope. Is the slope increasing or is the slope decreasing?
Decreasing, sir.
So slope is decreasing. Slope is positive. Slope is positive, but decreasing. So replace the word slope. That's what I have told you. Replace the word slope with velocity. So it means what? Velocity is positive, but decreasing, as this is x square. So this x square tells me differentiation of this will be 1 degree lesser. So linearly. So that's the answer. Velocity is positive, but decreasing linearly. Is this clear? So you have three things. 1, 2, 3. So which of these graph is satisfying all these three things? A graph. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So that's the graph of ball thrown upwards. Yes. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us do the next question then. So particle is thrown above, then which of these graph will be? So correspond means which one is the correct VT graph? You have thrown a particle upwards, thrown above. You have thrown above, so VT graph, if you have taken the velocity as positive, so then you will get this graph. If you have taken the velocity as negative, then if upward direction you have taken negative, then what graph do you get?
Sir, negative slope.
Negative slope. Okay. So velocity will be decreasing. Here the velocity is decreasing. Okay, we are running out of time. So let us just finish off this question. A particle is thrown above, then which one is the correct graph?
A part.
A part. So,
A.
huh?
Option A, sir.
Why?
Sir, because initially the particle goes in positive bidirectional above and then comes back with negative velocity.
The particle has gone up. Okay. But if I've told you just now that at this is the maximum height, after maximum height it will turn downward. So from this time the velocity will be, so velocity is a vector quantity.
Sir, I was saying option A.
Yes, it's option A.
Yes, sir.
Unless and until it is told that it is speed and it is distance, you cannot, by default you will take v as velocity. Okay. So if you take it as a speed, then how can still this graph be correct? This graph will again be wrong, because speed will be zero at maximum height. Like here, see, whether it is speed or velocity, this graph will be same for speed and velocity from this point to this point. Even if it is speed or velocity, this portion of the graph from here to here, it will be same. If it is speed, so speed cannot be negative, then the graph will move upward. And if it is velocity, then it will move down. But how can you say that this is graph C? So Ashwin, you are trying all these answers, right?
Yes, sir.
So beta, miss, you have not, were you absent in my last classes?
No, sir.
Have you attended yesterday's class?
Yes, sir, I was there. But due to some network issues, I could not attend for long.
Huh? So
There
if,
were some
but the thing is, if you have attended the classes, have you done the revision?
Yes, sir, I do.
You, you have told the option C.
No, sir, option A.
Who was telling the option C then? Have you understood this, everyone?
Yes, sir, it is clear to me. Yes, sir.
So whether it is speed or velocity, this part of the graph will be same. But if it is speed, if speed time graph, then this will go up. And if it is velocity, then the velocity will be negative. So better don't please means we have practiced it n number of times. This same thing again and again. So I hope that now you people will be telling the correct answers. Let us do the one of the last questions. Which graph tells you that this is uniform acceleration?
A part.
So this is S. So then V is equals to ds by dt. So 1 degree will be reduced, and then acceleration again 1 degree, 1 more degree will be reduced. So you have to tell this constant. So constant means degree 0 of x. So here you have, yes, you need degree, if degree is 0 here, you need here degree to be 1, means in terms of x. Yes. And here you want it in terms of x square. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So which one of this graph is correct?
Option A.
Yes. Uniform acceleration. See, this is the slope, this is the velocity. And velocity, if you draw this graph, this will be a velocity graph, velocity time graph. So this x square, then x, and then constant. Yes, we did this today also. Many times same things we are, doing by one way or another. Got this question or not?
Got it, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, which of the following graph represents uniform motion? So uniform acceleration means name is telling you uniform acceleration. So acceleration is uniform, but here uniform motion word is there. So what is the meaning of motion?
Velocity is constant.
Huh?
The constant velocity.
Yes, motion means we are talking about velocity. So uniform motion means uniform velocity means direction of the velocity and magnitude. Both are supposed to be constant. Okay, now tell me which of the following graphs gives you uniform motion. So here uniform motion means constant velocity. So constant velocity means constant means degree 0. So what will be the degree of acceleration? 1 degree up.
Sir, 1.
1. So which one? Degree 1 means linear graph. In the last question we started from, yes, 0 was the degree of acceleration. Yes. Now here we are drawing, we are assuming it, we are starting from velocity, not uniform acceleration but constant velocity. So students, so we are going to get a linear graph. Yes.
Yes.
And linear graph, will the slope be 0 or will there be some slope?
There will be some slope and slope.
So here the slope is 0. Degree 0 means slope 0. So definitely here we'll have some slope. So constant velocity means acceleration is equals to 0. So s is equals to ut plus half at square. So if a is equals to 0, then what will the relation between s and t?
S directly varies with t.
So s is directly proportional to t. So again a linear relation, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And here also if you put the value that a is constant, so s is equals to ut plus half at square. So if acceleration is uniform, what is the relation between s and t? Even if you are taking this t also, still okay, this u is not 0, that is t is there, okay. So you will get a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx. That's the form you are getting, ax square plus bx. Yes, so that's again a quadratic equation. So here directly you can tell, so either tell it this way by way of integration. Yes, moving up means integrating area. Yes students.
Yes, sir.
So integrating degree will increase, differentiating degree will decrease. And here by these equations also you can directly tell that s is a function of t, and t is equals to half at square plus ut. So that's a quadratic equation. So s is, so the graph between s and t will be parabola. Is this okay students?
Yes, sir.
Agreed? And you know that parabola, we have upward parabola, we have downward parabola, right? This is the equation of y is equals to x square, or y is equals to ax square. If a is positive, then you will get this graph, and if a is negative, so this is the graph of y is equals to minus x square, so you will get this downward graph. So when will you get this downward graph? Upward parabola, y is equals to x square. Downward parabola, y is equals to minus x square. See, this is your x. If it is plus x square, so so suppose it is 2, so that's plus 4, right? And if it is minus x square, then it will be minus 4. Over here you will be plotting the points. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And I told you that this graph also has 4 portions, 1 2 3 4. So I have discussed all these things. Yes. So that's all for today students. Thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.